So guys, headed out. It's early in the morning, so I gotta be quiet. Gotta get going to work out. Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? Wow, so bright this morning. Let's get this show on the road, man. This crap. How are you guys doing this morning? Good morning. Woo, it's bright. Sucker, eat up. Well, it's been a pretty fun weekend. Went out with the family yesterday. Look at this shirt I cut up so I can have some rotation with the arms, you know? All right, time to get going. Hold on, this camera's not right. Hold up. Okay. Oh, that's a perfect shot. I like that. All right. We're on the move. We are on the move. Alright. This phone is awesome. Like literally, I gotta take a picture about what this looks like. No, I gotta drive. Alright, here goes. You guys gotta see this. You guys gotta see what this looks like. It's a perfect shot. Like this phone, look at the way it's just beautiful. You know? Quick upload. Alright, off we go. Let's make sure you're on, buddy. Yeah, there we go, you're on. Now, I focus on my driving. So, that's probably not a good idea because it's holding it up. Sorry guys, you gotta shake around a little bit for me, but it's cool, right? This is raw footage. All right, we have got a new blade out. His name is Marshala Ali. It's like this. So this dude is gonna be our new blade, and you know where I've seen him? He's been on Luke Cage. You've seen Luke Cage on Netflix. He's been on Luke Cage. He's also been shown in. He was the voice. It's shaking around way too much. He was the voice of in Spider-Verse, the Prowler, the guy that wears that purple cloak, the uncle of Spider-Man, of William is his name. But yeah, the main character, the uncle, the guy with the black cloak with the big claws. He was that guy's voice. He's been in a lot of movies, and come on, go. And I think he'll be a good addition to Spider-Man because when he was with what's it called? Luke Cage. It's a bad guy. Is the mob boss of Luke Cage in that red room. You know, he shows that he can throw some pretty good punches. But one thing I didn't see is any combinations like like how Wesley Snipes, he can fight. He's a black belt. But Marshala Ali, I don't know if he has that same ability. I mean, they could teach him, and maybe he does have a black belt. And I'll research that before I start making any false claims. But I mean, he's really cool. He's a really good actor, but then again, with Blade, you have to be very athletic to pull off what Wesley Snipes has built. Okay, so Phase 4 of Blade, Marshala Ali, this guy. Another thing I want to talk about is Kyoto, the burning down of that building, that animation studio in Japan, is a really big loss for us guys, because even if you're into Netflix and watching anime, and Netflix even had some, bought up some rights to some animation that was being held out of that studio. Now I don't know if they had, if they'd saved a lot of their intellectual property in other locations, but it sounds like they did not. And what was burned down, deliberately burnt down at that studio house, is lost forever. Damaged and lost forever. Maybe they could recover bits and pieces of it, but it was actually a very big loss for us. Guys, that was a very big loss for the anime fanatics out there in the world, and for anybody who's not even into animation, because animation today actually even leads into a lot of ideas that people have for movies, because it's kind of like open territory. It just brings out a lot of ideas for these how can I say, directors and producers to come up with new movies. So yeah, we lost a lot, and we will never know how much we lost until there's a thorough investigation and a revealing of how much was actually held in that studio. We may never actually really know. And this kind of plays into this new service Amazon has, this AWS, Amazon Web Services, is that what you call it? Their cloud computing, their snowball cloud computing, where they actually move data from one location to another. If they had that in Japan implemented, if they were using that service, a lot of their data would have been saved. Instead of having data in one location, these days data is very important. Like, they had 40 years of animation, from now to the past, and who knows how much they had that led into the future that we're going to use. Now it's all gone. So yeah, if they were using Amazon's web, or even a service like that in Japan where they would move data around, it would have been critical for them at this moment in time. I deal with cyber insurance and data insurance, and now, like, the future is now the controlling of data, not by over the cloud, but actually moving these hard data to other locations. Because if there's a fire in any one location, that data is lost. We have to think about, data has to be stored somewhere. It's not stored literally in the cloud. It's stored at a facility, at a building, an undisclosed location. And for the price at Amazon or any service that can move around data to other locations, the price is actually quite cheap. And not only the price, it's the speed at which the data can be moved. The size of the data, what do they call it? Exabyte? Just a gigantic amount of data that would take years and that could take decades to move over the cloud if you had to do it that way. When you could just plug it in. Because the old school plug and play is still the fastest way. Fiber optics, these wires that they have to plug it in, you have to plug in to get data to move. Apple right now is everything has to be wireless, but still, speed is done through wire cables. Okay, there's no way that you're gonna just sit there, and if you had a lot of information on your MacBook, say you had a gigantic, and to move it over the cloud would take time. It would take some time. They have the option to plug it in, but imagine if they took away that option. That would just be ridiculous. If you have to make a flight and you have to move your data, you have to do it quickly, and it has to be done through cable. Our cloud computing is not that fast, and I don't think it's even possible for extremely large amounts of data to ever be fast enough to be feasible. So, long rant, but yeah, that fire in that animation studio in Japan is a big loss for us, whether you like anime or not. Yeah. So yeah, today I'm going to be working out again, 2 days in a row. Normally I only go once every other day because I got lazy, but not today. I have work to do on Monday, so I'm not going to be able to work out probably Monday, maybe not even Tuesday. but I'll try on Tuesday. So I kind of have to keep this working out thing on a very. This is kind of like where you fall off, you know, when you start having excuses for work and you start getting, you know, you're getting a little bit lazy. You have to catch yourself. Catch yourself before you slip. Do not let yourself slip. You know. So yeah, we should be coming out with more fragrance videos, guys. But I want to let you guys know about that. And now I gotta focus on my driving, so I'll talk to you later. Peace.